What's going on, everybody from YouTube? We're gonna talk about the EF Sedan today that I scored. Give a little background real quick. I got this car from an older lady, I'll say. She's awesome because she actually gave this car to me free after I've been trying to buy it for years. She wouldn't sell it. It's 89, had the stock everything, 1.5 dual port motor. As you can see, I've already done a ton of work to it, so I don't got all that, but this is going to be the background story to my EF Sedan Turbo B16 swap build. It's a full race car now. Basically, I don't drive it on the street anymore at all. I drove it on the road for a little over a year. Let me set my coffee down so I can focus better here. Relocated the battery back to the back here. It's one thing I was just opening the trunk to let everybody see. Just little mods. Stripping out the gunk on the floor, the sound deadening, if you would. Been doing that too. Anyways, get back to my background here. Scored the car from the lady, and then in order to swap it at some point, actually last year, well, not even 2020, it was, ignore my mess, guys. It was 2019, December 10th, I went down and picked up that white 89 sedan for $1,500 and an 8S X-Max I traded, a little RC truck, to an awesome kid that just couldn't put the time and needs into this car because it needed smog and it needed a bunch of things fixed in it because it was b16a swapped, but it had a broken rear torque mount and a bunch of other little things. That is the stock hood that came off of my car. This car also came with the strut braces, the rear lower brace that is in my car as well. There's a bunch of little goodies I got out of this car when I went and picked it up, so that's part of the background to it. Basically, I had them both on those lifts over there. I had my car where that truck is, and I had the other white one we just looked at where mine is right now, and sat here for a week and I swapped them. I'm gonna get my flashlight out, show you guys what I got going on as far as my Turbo B16 build goes. Yeah, I drove that thing at Autocross with the 1.5 in it, actually 2 different weekends in 2019 at the very end of the season. And here I have bagged up another block that I have assembled. It has the head on it, and it has the pickup screen tube, which is actually kind of poking out right here. I'm not going to unbag it in this video to show, but that's what's in there. I got an engine that's getting assembled and thrown together. I'll show that in another video. Totally excuse the mess in here, guys. This is a shop that I have taken over that was not mine, and I've been kind of left with some shit, but at the same time, it is the shit because I get to sit here and tinker on my stuff and use lifts, and I have all my tools and a welder and shit. I fabricate too, so yeah. Well, anyways, let's get more to it. I got an oil pan that I customized. Did some work too for building this B16 swap of mine, because last year, one thing that happened after I swapped my car, I know I'm probably rambling and jumping back and forth a lot here because I'm a little frazzled. I'm not sure what all I tried to say, but anyway, last year after I swapped my car, I was having random VTEC issues cutting on and off on me, and so I thought it was electrical. I was weirded out for a long time. I was trying to solve electrical problems, I thought, for why my VTEC was cutting off. Well, I found out by reading a bunch of forums that the oil pans in these things don't come baffled. Actually, here's a stock one without the modification. So, same sitting way. We have nothing in there. And the pickup tube, it sits, if you know these engines, sits right there. basically, and tries to suck oil up into the engine. Well, when I was taking corners, let's see, if you're in the car, this faces to the passenger side. So when I was taking corners to the left real hard, my oil was sloshing away from my pickup, and I was losing oil pressure, losing my VTEC. And, well, that ended up fucking burning me a rod bearing, which I have laying around here somewhere, which that's why there's 2 engines in pieces. I'll explain real quick as well. That modification is to fix so I don't have this issue again and another issue. Well, 2 separate issues, 2 different motors. B16As, both of them. One lost rod bearing because of that issue I just explained, losing oil pressure. And then the other one, I lost the valve and the piston because I let my timing belt get a little too loose. Don't do that, guys. Pay attention to your freaking timing belt on the B series, especially the B series twin cam engines. Probably not as bad on a single cam, but still, if you got oh, you know what, I just realized I was making the video short way. Anyway, if you got timing belt, pay attention to that motherfucker. Make sure it doesn't get too loose. That happened to me. This really sucks. But I pulled 2 engines apart because of that and a rod bearing. And I used, in one of my older videos, if you look at it, I reused rods and pistons from both these engines. Put them back together. And that's what that one is in the bag. I have salvaged an engine. I spent hardly anything. I'll go more about detail on what I did here. The baffle for my oil pan is just a simple, like, 16th sheet that was a tube. I don't even know what it was for. It might have been exhaust tubing or something, but it was a little crazy for exhaust tubing. I don't know what the hell, but anyway, you can see what I did there. Just cut a chunk of tubing up, make some notches in it so the oil can flow forward, backward, but not side to side. The hole there, obviously, that's so the pickup tube can sit down in there, because the tube sits down like so. You gotta make room for it, but that should stop a lot of my sloshing. We're gonna test the theory through the year real hard. I race my car at autocross, and I'm gonna go to other events. We got hole for return on my turbo. We got a GT 3582 max speeding rods turbo. I don't know if that's a Rev 9 or what the hell, but I'm gonna do some grinding and customizing on that manifold and make the ears a little thinner, because the damn studs barely stick through those, and they're not even. They're not even. You can see that one's thicker than that one. So we're gonna grind those down a little bit on the outside, not on the inside. And I'm probably gonna do some grinding on the manifold just to make it look a little bit niftier and take away some of the ugliness. Yeah. Pile of parts, pile of cars, and shenanigans. That's pretty much it, guys, for now, I think. I'm gonna twist the camera around. I am going to be making more videos in the future about this, so stay tuned and be ready for more footage of the sedan. I'm gonna take it to autocross, make videos there, but I'm gonna make videos of the progress all the way through this. So here's just a little bit of background story and my fumbling of words. Still waking up this morning, so excuse my fuckery. But this is what's going on in my world with my sedan. I don't care if you like it or not. That's what I'm doing. I'll break down every little piece of this in different videos for y'all. If you want a separate video about a certain part of my project, throw me a comment. Let me know. I'll give you a breakdown on anything, including my fenders. I'm probably actually going to go ahead and make a separate video about the fenders because I built those myself. Yeah, not a really hard thing to do, just kind of tedious and definitely functionable. Lets me fit a 225 under the car. So yeah, guys, I'll catch you on another video. I'm going to try to keep these videos a little bit shorter and sweeter and just do some explaining in through each video on these cars because I got multiple vehicles to explain. So peace out for now. There's the sedan.